And I've been talking today about the basic conditions for agricultural growth in Africa or anywhere else. And I've simply said the following, is what we know from looking at agricultural success, two factors need to be there, and if those two factors are there, you will almost certainly have agricultural growth. And those two factors are an enabling rural investment climate, so that's peace and stability, that's a stable macroeconomy, that's institutions that allow people to invest and innovate. And the big message that I put there with the rural investment climate is it does not have to be perfect. Whatever the World Bank might sometimes tell you, experience says if you can change the worst aspects, the bits that discourage investors, get rid of the major discouragements. You don't need a perfect rural investment climate. That will do. That will allow things to start. The second thing that has to happen is that governments have to invest in public goods in rural areas. And those public goods are three categories of things. The first is physical infrastructure such as roads, rural electrification. It's investing in people, which is education, health services, clean water. And it's investing in agricultural knowledge through agricultural research and extension. And those are critical roles that the private sector cannot fully do. It has to be done by the public sector. Now, having said those things, what would be the role of farmers' organisations? Well, there are two things that farmers' organisations can do there. One is, when we're talking about the rural investment climate, it's encouraging governments to have forums where farmer representatives can convey back to policymakers, civil servants and so on, what are the problems of the investment climate, so that you can have mutual working to get rid of the big obstacles. You won't make it perfect, but you can get rid of the worst obstacles. And the second message is, do monitor public spending on rural public goods. How much is being spent on rural access roads? Is the government really spending enough on agricultural research and extension? Is it putting enough into rural schools, health centres, clean water supplies? Those are the two things I would recommend to farmer associations.